As a 6'5" man with blue eyes who works in finance, I can tell you unequivocally, you will never date a man like me, a man like us. Because men like us, who are blessed enough to be very tall, very wealthy, with beautiful blue eyes, we would never date a woman who was looking for a man.
I'm looking for a man in finance with trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue eyes. Finance, trust fund. 6'5", blue. Okay, I added some more. So after I go like, I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man. I'm looking for a man in finance, trust fund. Blue eyes, 6'5". After that, I'm gonna be like, head to Murray Hill, where we chill. Don't be a cunt, just let it run, let it go, have a ball. We are just trying not to fall. And then, like, that's just off the top of the dome, but we can keep adding and working together. I also expect thousands of DJs to submit their best work, okay? I want to hear it all. So please, if you remix this, and if you're a DJ, tag me. Because I'm looking for...
You know, I saw nothing wrong with that because I could see, because I love music, I like sound. If you don't know that now, you know, baby, I love sound. You know, if we weren't living in a capitalist society, I'll probably be involved with sound engineering, studying music. But, anyways. So you can tell that she was like in her MO, just top of the head, thinking, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes. She was just singing, you know. She was just like, you know, I'm looking for a man in finance, 6'5", blue eyes, 6'5", 6'5", 6'5". Or I could say, I'm looking for a man to take me home. I'm looking for a woman to I mean, that's how music starts, you know, with an idea, with a simple concept, you know. I'm rambling, but let's get to the point of why. So, because we have a different way of analyzing information when somebody puts it out there in the internet, there's always going to be that one person who just miss it, particularly, you know, especially the men that she's talking about. Let's check this out.
As a 6'5" man with blue eyes who works in finance, I can tell you unequivocally, you will never date a man like me, a man like us. Because men like us, who are blessed enough to be very tall, very wealthy, with beautiful blue eyes, we would never date a woman who is looking for a man. We only date women who don't have to look for a man, who have never looked for a man in their lives. They're the kind of women who, when they do rarely become single, there is a queue of blokes above 6 foot tall, earning at least 8 figures a year, lined up around the block, just waiting to take them for a coffee. And so I'm afraid, ladies, and anybody else posting this song, you are not going to make it. As a man who works in finance, who's 6'5" with blue eyes, let me be clear. If I, who matches the criteria except for being bald, would never date a woman who is looking for a man, aka you, what do you think your chances are of a man who's 6'5" with blue eyes who works in finance with hair wanting to date you? The answer is it's less than zero. It's actually -%. And so I will reiterate again, you are not going to make it. You are never going to date a man who is 6'5" with blue eyes who works in finance. Sorry, not going to happen. The car is actually a gently used 2001 Honda Civic. And if you knew anything about being tall, you would know that the reason why I drive this car at 6'5" is because it's one of the few cars ever made that has a sunroof directly above the driver's head. And if you are 6'5" and you're doing a long journey, sometimes you need that little bit of extra headroom so that your head isn't constantly bashing against the roof of the car. Of course, you're not 6'5", you're not a tall person, you're not in the minority, and so you have no idea what you're talking about.
See what I mean? Even when he knew it's just a song. But does it mean that because I'm singing about 6'5", blue eyes, finance, I'm gonna get that man? No, it's just a song. I can sing, oh my single ladies, oh my single ladies. I'm gonna sing about be supposed to me. Doesn't mean I'm gonna get proposed. He proposed with a diamond ring. I can sing about I'm getting married tomorrow. Oh, I'm getting married tomorrow. Doesn't mean I'm getting married tomorrow. Tomorrow. That's what I'm saying. You know, my daughter dances anymore. Yeah. Mm-mm. And people would say that these type of men are now the type of men seeking black women because we are loyal. Yo, umzimba emhlabeni. I mean, you can smell the ego from miles away. I can smell it through the phone. I can smell it. Entitled, egotistic, just bombasted, full of himself. And his fullness comes from putting people who he deems below him. Just imagine what he thinks about people of color. Because really, if it's this minor detail thing, then you ask yourself really other questions like, you'd just start asking questions. You're like, bro, I don't know about this. I don't know. Because of the things that they do. Someone asked me, would I be interested in dating a white person? Me as Bantu woman, let me tell you this. I don't support interracial relationships, and even if you do see me with a white man in the future, just know that I could never really love him. There will always be the thing in my brain that reminds me why did I choose you? Why, out of all the black people in the world, why did it have to be you? There'll be something in my brain that will consciously it will be in my mind. Even if I can tell you that I'm happy in that exact moment that I'm with that particular person, I'm probably happy and truly love him, but there will be something in me that will always ask, why you? Why you? Why did it have to be you? And this is why I don't like the black effect wife trend. I do not like it. I don't like it. I like to invest in myself. That's what I like to do. I'll take that black magic of black women and invest it in myself and work it back to myself because I feel like I'm the most important person. But if you do see me with a white person, just know that I told you this on this date. I told you this, that there will be something in me that will never really be truly happy from within. And this is why I don't think I could ever give a white man a child, because that's gonna make my mental health spiral even more. Because what am I doing? Why am I doing the things that I'm doing? I like to understand myself and question myself, not just me observing other people, but I like to observe myself and the things that I do. Why are you doing that? There's something that I really need to put in there. You know? They'll be like the billionaires interested in white billionaire men. I mean, white billionaire men are interested in black women now? You are? Really? I mean, the last I checked, you hold blonde, blue eye, white skin, thin to your liking. And now that your population is declining, you're talking about me being your preferred woman because my population is increasing. Yours is down. Why? And like, I really want to know. This is why I'm gonna say, like, I'll never really be happy, even though I say I am. I'll never really, because men like that have a thing of icky me. They like I know the wealthy they get, the egotistic they get. I mean, the white tea man, the more egotistic they get. And if he isn't rich, then something has to be there, because trauma doesn't go away. It doesn't go away like that simply because you're in love.